I'd like to share with you today the tomato that's called the Regina di Torre Canne, and that translates to the Queen of Torre Canne. And the reason this tomato has the name Queen is because of the petrol right here. The little green part looks like a crown. This tomato is normally grown in the southern part of Italy, and it's been in cultivation since the 1700s, and the seeds are passed down from generation to generation. And with the new varieties come into market, different types of cherry tomatoes, this one isn't as widely cultivated as it used to be in the past, because people now want cheaper products that are not so time consuming. The people will take and wrap a cotton string around this and tie it into bunches, like a cluster of grapes you would see, and they hang it, and this can last up till April in their climate. They hang it in bunches of 3 from the rafters or in the ceiling or in the kitchen, and it's a long keeper because the climate there is somewhat like ours in Missouri as far as temperatures go. Today it's 80 in Rome and 90 here in Missouri, and they can get up to 110 at the most, and we do have a few days of 110. The difference in their climate and my climate is rain. They are very little rain in the summertime, so they irrigate their crops with brackish water, and that brackish means salt water. It's where the body of ocean comes in to meet fresh water and dilutes the water down to somewhat salty, but not pure salt like the ocean water. So this tomato only gets a little bit of water from their irrigation from wells that are brackish, and that makes the skin thicker skin than most tomatoes, and it aids in keeping them longer. With me not using brackish water this year, I let nature water when it watered, and most of the leaves, as you can tell, are gone from blight. And the tomato is a somewhat dwarf, you would call it, determinate tomato, as in this is all you're gonna get. And it's a low growing tomato, I'd say maybe 18 inches tall, and it's still like this one here coming out from the bottom here. This can still produce a whole new tomato. I have to get the blighted or diseased tips off, and this would give me a possible chance of more tomatoes later on, but not positive. But I'm going to save seeds from these and keep them going. I think it's really interesting to make sure heirlooms stay alive. I've read, this dates back to the year 800, but active cultivation wasn't till the 1700s. But I think this plant would do really well in a drought area, and it just, even though we had tons of rain, it still did fairly well at producing. This one has a massive amount of tomatoes on it. And the tomatoes are used for frying. You would cut them up and fry them in olive oil to soften the skins, or make them into foca bread with olives. Lots of uses, or just take them and try them ripe. And the secret to good tomatoes is make sure they get vine ripened. if you take a look, they're not fully red yet. So maybe tomorrow they'll be ripe enough to pick. I'll just keep checking back on them. And if you pull them now, you lose the green part that is used to tie it with. And my green part isn't doing well. It's getting hard, so I'm going to have to use scissors to cut it off. But let me go ahead and take a bite. Look how thick the skin is, even without the salt. Oh, it's abundant in seed, and silk is here. Really a good flavor. Kind of sweet. What do you think, Silk? She says it's a tomato. But I'll close for now. Thanks for watching, and y'all have a great day.